able to see it. Let's take a look at that water entry. Ooh, right there. That is an excellent drop. Hey everyone, it's Red 1940 here. Today we're taking a look at Sea Power Naval Combat Missile Age, and this is Mind the Gaps, the original Mind the Gap mission. We're playing it again because there was a lot of changes to the sonar mechanics in the game. It's available in the open beta, which is what I'm playing right now. I don't know when you're going to see this. You might see this after these changes have been implemented and all finely tuned and actually released on the public version of the game, the regular version. But for now, just know that this is the beta. So there might be things that change if something doesn't look right. Last we left off, we sunk the Victor 3 in the previous episode. Before that, in the first episode, we sunk the Tango. In the previous episode, we lost the Williams, unfortunately, to some Tu-22 missile strikes. Well, actually, one missile hit, and that was enough to sink her. But the Yorktown and the Heart were able to race to the scene and actually pick up all the survivors with our helicopters and also with our vessels themselves. The Heart picked up like 4 lifeboats, which is really neat. We got a lone Sea Sprite there who was from the Williams, doesn't have a home, can't actually land on the deck here, unfortunately. So they will run out of fuel and just die eventually. So that sucks. But anyways, we'll have Heart return to formation. And then we're going to have Yorktown run out towards this datum. So we had passive hull-mounted detection on this Victor 3 at like 30 nautical miles. So we'll just double check this, but yeah, so 30 nautical miles, the range is pretty much the size of this datum. So if I drive Yorktown through the size of this datum, I will eventually pick up the submarine if they are in here. That's pretty sweet. And I don't think that was possible with the original or the non-beta version with the sonar stuff before the rework. So that's cool. We've got a P3 here. I was using the VLADs, but I wasn't paying attention because I was so focused on this conflict here that they basically spit the buoys out, and of course they only lived for like an hour of the buoys, and then so they died before I could actually use them on anything. So that's too bad. But P3 will help support the ships, but the ships hopefully can detect these things first, and we won't have to waste buoys. They'll just be like the end of the kill chain. And also down here, we had an active contact from I think the Rogers picked them up on their 53, so we're going active here, but this is also a mighty fine asset because it does have a towed array. Part of the sonar changes is that not all the ships have towed arrays. In fact, the FFGs, the Oliver Hazard Perry class, the short hulls, I think all of them don't have towed arrays now. So they are only streaming Nixie, and that's it. Because of that, you have to rely on the 56, which is known as Helen Keller affectionately, and it's not great. But with the Rogers, this is a really awesome ASW asset. With the sonar changes, you really feel it because they can detect things at long range with the 53, and they can also detect things at very long range with the towed array. So right now they had an active hit, and we're going to go see what that is. It could be a whale, so we'll investigate with our helicopter that is on the way, and then see what we get. So I want to drop a, well, let's figure this out here. We want to 471 over here. The layer depth is 364, so they're under the layer potentially. Remember, the layer is different across the board, across the map I should say, so just because it's a certain way where you're at doesn't mean it's same over there. Did I drop? I hope I put die far. I don't know if I accidentally hit die cast. We'll see what happens. Okay, die far went out. Good. Alright, there's some noise right there. We'll drop again. Get ahead of it. So we are getting active returns. The depth is changing a lot, so I think that that is a whale and not a submarine. So I'm going to drop a marker down. Yeah, it's getting so shallow now that that to me is definitely a whale. Okay. So they can return to their normal routing. What I've got going on here is in one of the episodes, we actually picked up this whale over here at 15 nautical miles. So I use this guy. I can just put him down here, and I can draw a line, attach this 15 nautical miles again, draw another line. So you can see I've drawn these like lanes. So I'm just searching down these lanes, knowing if I go down the middle, I should search everything in that lane with the ranges that we saw on the whale. So that's at the minimum. That's what we saw. So it could be, the ranges could be even better. So we'll see how that plays out. But we'll pick this up when we get contact. I'm confident the ships now should pick up contacts before, before in the game you had to use a lot of sonobuoys to find contacts, but that's not really how things work. Like the ships find the contacts first, and then the aircraft get vectored out to go finish the problem, basically. So the game seems to operate like that now with the sonar changes that were made, at least in the beta. So we'll see how that goes. We'll let this run, and I'll pick this up if we get contact. We'll also drive the ships out over here and do the same. Alright, we searched for pretty much the rest of the day. Now it's becoming late in the evening. It's like 21:20 there, local time. And we got an active contact up here. Not sure what this is. We did encounter a whale down here, which was what we previously marked, so we already knew about it. But we've got active contact 20 miles away. We'll see what this turns out to be. It's going 5 knots, kind of the speed of a whale. It's going 310 for the depth. But of course we'll take a look and see. Let's see what the layer depth is around here. So 253, we're saying they're going 310, so they are underneath the layer. We'll make sure that's good. Yep, it is, so we can go ahead and drop it. It is outside the datum though, so we'll see how that works out. These guys should start their turn soon. Actually, we could just come straight down from here. We can do that. We'll swing these guys out. They can start their turn back in. We did have some sort of massive oval of uncertainty of a contact out here. I'm not sure what that was. By the time I saw it on the map, it was already expired and was disappearing. But we got P3's inbound, so let's take a look. They are solid at 310. They should, if they're a whale, they should want to come up for air at some point. Oh, hostile submarine, great. That was a good sonobuoy hit. .310. Oh, he is, so the layer here is different. It's 370, and he's at 310, so he's above the layer in this location. It's pretty, okay, we'll see, well, I'm curious to know what it is, so I want to make sure I drop another passive buoy. Get one out in front of him, we'll see what that is, and then Yorktown should probably maneuver this way. Actually, we should really like maneuver out of this area because there are torpedoes now that go like 50 nautical miles. So they are very dangerous. But we can increase the pace to just get some distance between us. We actually probably should go flank, I think. It's a Delta 3, so let's take a look here. 8.7, that's anti-submarine. Oh, so these guys, we're fine. I think that's yeah. If that was like a Victor 3, they're very dangerous with their torpedoes. They can go 50 in high or slow speed and then 50 or 30 nautical miles in high speed, which is 50 knots. So being that close would be very dangerous to Greyhound if that was a Victor, but it's not, so we're fine. We just have to stay out of the 5365 range, so we can go ahead and just slow it down. Yeah, just going this course is fine. And then we can use Mad Fox to just go ahead and end this guy. So I think we'll fly stern of him, come back in. So he's at 310. We're saying the layer is so he's below the layer, or above the layer I should say. So we want to set this guy up for launch speed fast, so that's good. Search depth above the layer. And then we can go ahead and use it on him. So it's really awesome. You can adjust the parameters like the speed. I'm not sure if that's new. I've never used it beforehand that I can recall, so maybe it's a new thing in the beta. I know you could change the search depth and stuff beforehand. Well, you see, because we're dropping this right on top of them, we don't really need the range, so there's no benefit for us to let this run at slow speed. We want it to go as fast as possible to close the distance as fast as possible and get the submarine. So we'll see how we do. I wonder if we can pick up this delta visually, but it's kind of dark, so maybe we're not going to be able to see it. Let's take a look at that water entry. Ooh, right there. That is an excellent drop. This one might take a few torpedoes to sink. They're usually pretty stout in the game. But if she comes to the surface, we got Yorktown right there, so Yorktown can engage with like a harpoon or close to gun range and use the 5-inch guns. But it looks like this one's going to do some damage. It's going to connect. Oh man. Yes. No. Yep, she's surfacing the boat. Let's take this guy up. We'll get him out of the way because we're gonna fire at this guy when he surfaces. 20 miles, so I guess we'll just waste a harpoon at her. If this was like a dynamic campaign and I was preserving ammunition, obviously I wouldn't fire the harpoon, but this is a single scenario, and ammo counts don't really matter, so we'll just do this expeditiously with a nice harpoon. Oh, is this guy not gonna be able to make it? Oh, they're coming up. There we go. In fact, can we see this guy? Are they close enough? Guess not. Yeah, this feature is just so much fun. Alright, this guy is not gonna have a happy ending, and at least they got their flag up, they got their pride. What direction is that gonna come streaking in at? Yeah, port side. Well, eventually it'll just like kind of pop up and slam down on them. There it comes. Oh man. Damn. How are they responding to that? Are they sinking? Or did they just eat a harpoon? That's a big hole. I feel like some missiles would cook off. Oh, they seem to be holding up pretty well. I wonder if I should let me fire Room 66 at them. Be a faster missile. Who is going to be the launcher that does it? Forward or aft? Oh, he's got to close quite a bit, I guess, for the range. Oh, I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well do the guns, huh? Okay, they can work on that while we work on what's going on down here. We haven't been paying attention. Oh shoot, now they're firing a missile. And that is going to hit. There we go. Okay, it's gonna be clubbed to death with 5-inch shells. Just monitor this situation down here while this is happening. I think that helicopter's got like infinite fuel. Oh shit. Whoa, this track is like so off that they're like, shit, what is going on there? That must be a bug. I mean, this is beta, so that's not gonna work out. We'll fire some more missiles at another harpoon should do it. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. That's pretty neat. But like blow up above the surface. Some dirt effects. I really want to see in the beta there's all the new damage effects are in the game with mainly the tanks and stuff will toss their turrets when they get blown up. That's pretty sweet. I haven't seen that yet. I want to see when the nightlight ships when they get hit and the power goes out, you see the lights kind of flicker and go out. There's a lot of cool ambient little details being added now. It's pretty sweet to see. Oh, that's a shot. Let's make sure we capture that. Let's Slow-mo, baby. Alright, they're dead. They're going down. No longer a threat. Ceasefire. And then let's just have them start steaming down here. As far as I know, there's no more things for him to deal with up here. Yeah, and we'll pick this up, I guess, when SAU Alpha finds something. They're going to have to find something around here, so slowly working through it, and then I mean, we got them ordered to come down here at flank, but I think by the time that they're there, these guys hopefully should have had contact already. So we'll see. Alright, we've got an active return at 28 nautical miles. This might be the whales in this area, so we'll take a look at that and just investigate. But that gives us a good indication of the range. Even if that is a whale, it does help us out. So let's see what he's doing. 416. Yeah, that's probably the whale. But we can, you know, knowing that we're hitting stuff at, you know, 25 miles out is amazing, so we can go ahead and probably expand the search range here. So let's pull out 25 nautical miles. So this stuff we already searched, so now we can just basically shift, I guess, shift down this way. So we'll know that we cleaned this segment out, and then once we come to the edge of this, all we have to do is skirt down this way, and then we'll basically cover this quadrant up, or this little leftover portion. So yeah, we can go do that, and then point down this way, and that should clean out everything. Yeah, with the sonar update, it's just nuts how far you can get some active contact, so that is good for us. Let's double check. We say he's at, yeah, he's shifting in depth, so I mean, it is probably a whale. We'll just watch it, and we'll watch the depth go up and down. But we'll eventually we can get a dive-fire buoy out there. Don't really matter the depth, because it will, the guy, if he's a whale, is going to be changing depth anyways. It's going pretty deep. We'll see how that goes. Yep, he's going outbound that way. Come on. Yeah, his step is, that's a whale. So that is our whale that we've been tracking before. He's probably wondering why all these sonobuoys are being dropped on his head. Just leave me alone. Oh, active return up here. Oh, that's probably a whale as well. That was some that we found out that way. Really, there should be a submarine in this datum. He might be around the edges, not sure, but we'll figure it out. We will continue the search, and we will get back to you when we find something, when there's something to report. Holy cow, it was a long time of searching. We basically got an active hit, and I passed it off as one of the whales that was around here. And then later on I flew the P3 down and then dropped a sonobuoy on it just to verify, and sure enough, it is a submarine contact. They are 18 nautical miles away from Yorktown, Charlie 2, so let's take a look at their unit reference to figure out the torpedoes that we need to be worried about. So that's an anti-submarine one, and of course we've got the 5365, which we know is 10.3 nautical miles there, and so those are basically it. We just gotta stay out of 10.3, so we are good. I'm just amazed. I think Yorktown picked her up. Yeah, Yorktown has her on active sonar, so you see there the range is pretty awesome for active sonar now. It really shows off the powerful capability of the 5365 in the game now, seeing things so far away. Really happy with that, but because we got this contact, we can finally kill it and beat this mission. I was gonna say defeat this mission. It's like it's a boss or something. It is a fun mission. It's but yeah, I basically those guys had. I mean, these guys searched so long that these guys drove all the way down, and I had them kind of come around and skirt back in and crisscross this way, and then I had SAU Alpha go back up north and stuff to see if there was any holes that the submarine would have passed through. But yeah, I mean, got active hits, and then luckily we had the P3 down here. I had them investigate a bunch of the whale contacts, so I thought this guy was a whale, like I said earlier, and turned out it wasn't. So we know exactly where this guy's at. We got active contact. We will go ahead, do our thing. He's at 300. He's going 5 knots. He's at 300 feet. So we can pull this guy away and come back on along his stern, and we'll double check our torpedo is going to be, what are we thinking? He's at 300. What's the, he's above the layer, or yeah, so he's above the layer, so we will make sure that that is above the layer, and the launch speed is the fastest, so 45 knots. Okay, and I think we're set for, I pulled that out some more. Should be good to attack this dude. Just for, do we have a ready helicopter? I was thinking just for kind of like backup, we'll have the helicopter fly out there, but we're not going to need it. The P3 should be able to handle it, but never know. Never know what comes up. Alright, cool. He's there, and now we can go ahead and tell him to attack this dude. Right at him. No, what did I do? Let's pause that. I didn't mean to jump over it like that. Jeez. Alright. Okay. Got water entry. Oh, let's see that. That must be a really good spot. Oh shoot, did we just go like under the submarine? No. Oh, there he is, okay. That's a good spot. I'm such a fan of the speed inputs. Yeah, 45 knots right when it gets in the water. There's not a lot of time for this dude to react. Let's see what Mad Fox would see. So Mad Fox would see off the port side of the aircraft some explosion, I'm guessing. Somewhere over here, I think. Did that torpedo miss? Yeah, it looks like it's going back around. Watch it circle back. Yeah, let's get a die cast down there. Should pull it out in front. Alright, get him turned around. Okay, and yeah, he's still at the same depth essentially. See where that torpedo enters somewhere over there. Ooh, the P3 is like pretty close by. Kicking out noisemakers. Don't go for the noisemakers. It's okay, come back around. So how's she doing for her maneuver? She's going kind of deeper now. Okay. Yorktown. Reporting torpedo in the water. That must have been a... I don't know. They're detecting this guy on accident. The submarines used to fire their anti-submarine torpedoes at surface torpedoes fired at them, or surface-based ASW torpedoes fired at them. And I don't think I've seen that in a while. What's she doing over here? She's coming up. What I kind of want to do, and I wonder if we can just do this really quickly. I want to try the depth bombs. See if we can blow up a surface submarine, not a surface helicopter. Well, that was a long one. Holy cow. I mean, this search, I mean, I can't remember how many days it's been. I think we've been doing this like 2 days in game time now. Not searching this area, but like the whole scenario. I think it's the end of the 2nd day, which is wild. Alright, they are surfaced. Now, we could use Yorktown to sink yet another submarine with some missiles, but I would like to see if the depth bombs will work on a surface target, and if they do, that is cool. Got the helicopter, can just watch. Alright, Invader 2, go for it. Mark 54 depth bombs. Yeah, there we go. Maybe they should go a little higher. Yeah. I don't know what like the correct height for them would be. I've done this like in DCS with the MI8 dropping fabs, the dumb bombs that act as like depth charges, or yeah, in the WWX scenario, and you got to be kind of high, otherwise you're gonna get fragged. But actually, you know, the higher you go, obviously, there's more higher chance of a miss. Did that submarine just sunk? Okay, it sunk on its own, I guess. That's too bad. Sucks. We got all the way out there. Oh, they shall not be deterred, I guess. Oh, that was pretty sweet. Wow, they dropped like right on top of them. That is so cool. Oh, wow. I thought they were gone super deep and were already like really sunk, but nope, not at all. Man. Oh yeah, that's where they entered the water. I wonder if we can see it from the should be able to see it just from the helicopter here. Yeah. I think that's like my first time using those depth bombs. That's pretty neat. I like it. Alright, well, that was it. It said we can exit the mission. There we go. Well, let me click off of this unit. It is so loud. There we go. That's better. Let's exit. Yeah, unfortunately we lost the Jack Williams. That was to the missile strike that happened in, what, episode 1 or 2? Can't quite remember anymore. But this was a good look at the new ASW, or not ASW, but sonar changes. And my first impressions of it, I'm very happy with it. I'd like to see what the submarine sees, so maybe next time we'll play like a submarine scenario with this beta and see how that plays out. But surface ranges for the sonar was awesome. Like, yeah, I was searching at like 2/3, which is a speed that feels right for the game, and I was now getting contacts with the active 53 at like 20 plus miles, which is really good. So that was amazing to see. I don't think I've ever seen ranges perform like that well with the 53. Passive contact, I didn't see any like better ranges, but I'm not saying that that's it wasn't improved or anything. It's just it's highly likely that just the geometry of where the tail was versus the contacts, I just didn't have a chance basically to exercise it, because in this scenario you only have one tail ship now because the frigates were changed so that they don't have a towed array anymore. So that makes this scenario a little bit more difficult because you've only got one vessel that can do that. The rest you just kind of have to search with the active sonar. But because the sonar was improved, the performance of it, really don't feel that this mission was like really that much harder. I was able to find everybody. I didn't. Yeah, I found one ship one submarine where I was under threat of a torpedo attack, and one did occur, but we had already found the submarine. We were already tracking with sonar, so it's not a big deal. And yeah, at the end of the day, we sunk all these submarines. So we'll take a look at a submarine scenario. I think I want to try that Hokkaido, or not Hokkaido, the PLAN one where I think you use a Han-class submarine and then you've got to get away from Okinawa, because I know when I played that the first time, I was kind of disappointed that the ships weren't kind of chasing me around, but there were air threats, and I think they were dropping stuff around me. So I think I want to see what that looks like now and see if we see more information from the planes if they get close and fly over us or something like that. So that'll be neat to kind of check out. Anyways, this was Mind the Gap. This is a part of the the linear campaign. This was the first linear campaign that was released. It was by iBlank. But this is the original version of Mind the Gap. It was preserved, so now it's just been moved into your single missions for the NATO folder. There's a new updated Mind the Gap that Ian had modified to better suit playability of it. But if you're like a diehard ASW person like me, this is the one you want to play. Nothing against the one that Ian's made. I like how this is. This is fun. Well, we should probably actually play the other one too and see how that goes. Because I haven't really played it because I was in the middle of the campaign, and I guess I could just launch it from the campaign. But yeah, we can try that also. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. I'll see you later. Bye.